Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're considering a move to the South and aren't sure where to land, I hope that this will help. I'm going to compare South Carolina and Florida and why you may prefer one over the other for a new home. Now, both states offer unique opportunities and lifestyles, so let's break down the reasons you might choose one over the other. First up, let's talk about cost of living. South Carolina and Florida have their own advantages in this department. Cost of living in South Carolina is a little more than 10% less than Florida on average. For example, going out to eat in Florida is going to be 16% more costly than South Carolina. Floridians will pay almost 13% more for groceries and 10% more for housing. However, some of this can be offset by income taxes. Florida has no state income tax, while South Carolina has state income tax brackets as high as 6.4% in 2023. Now, if you're high earning and saving most of your income, that could tilt the advantage to Florida. Now, in case you're watching for the first time, I'm David Crum, and if you want to know everything there is to know about living in South Carolina, make sure you subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn about the current market here. And by the way, if you want one of our free guides, just check the description below. That's where all our contact information is. Whether you're moving in 9 or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, email us, or schedule a Zoom and talk to me personally. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to my state. Now let's talk about climate, a crucial factor for those who love to spend time in nature. South Carolina and Florida offer diverse landscapes, but they cater to different preferences. While both states are well known to people that love to get outdoors, South Carolina generally experiences a more moderate climate during the summer. Another factor that drives people away from Florida is the humidity. While South Carolina does have high humidity for some of the summer, it gets a break long before Florida. If you enjoy distinct seasons and mild winters, South Carolina's climate might be a better fit. Now, cities like Greenville, Columbia, and Charleston offer a perfect blend of warm summers and cooler winters. If you're a fan of tropical weather and love spending your weekends on the beach all year, Florida might be calling your name. The state boasts some of the most beautiful beaches in the country, like those in Miami and Clearwater. If you like heat, humidity, and sun all year, Florida is your go-to state. Now, if you need a break from the summer and the bugs, then South Carolina is probably a better fit. I've had a lot of clients moving to South Carolina after having moved to Florida, and some people call them halfbacks since they're moving halfway back up north. Let's move on to the third difference in South Carolina and Florida, and this one's pretty close. Job opportunities. Both South Carolina and Florida have vibrant economies, but certain industries thrive more in one state than the other. South Carolina has positioned itself as a manufacturing hub, with companies like BMW and Boeing having a significant presence in the state. Led by BMW, there are more than 250 auto industry related companies in South Carolina. Led by Boeing, more than 16,000 people work in aerospace in South Carolina. If you're in the manufacturing or aerospace industry, South Carolina could be an ideal location for career growth. Other large employers are in logistics, agriculture, biotech, alternative energy, and tourism. While the tourism industry in South Carolina is large, Florida's tourism industry is massive, providing ample opportunities in hospitality, entertainment, and theme park management. Currently, more than 1 million people work in Florida's tourism industry. They also have agriculture, mining, healthcare, and government jobs are other leaders in Florida employment. Over 90,000 federal employees reside in Florida, due in large part to the 24 military bases, Cape Canaveral, and Kennedy Space Center that all call Florida home. If you're looking for a career in these fields, Florida might offer more diverse job options. I spoke briefly about getting into nature earlier, and that fits with our next point, outdoor opportunities. The specific natural features can influence your decision. South Carolina is broken into 4 major regions. The PD and the Low Country are both coastal areas and have the beach and everything that goes along with it. You'll find some great state parks and many wildlife management areas letting you hike, camp, and experience the great outdoors. For example, Huntington Island State Park between Edisto and Hilton Head has more than 5 miles of pristine beach and 8 trails covering thousands of acres of marsh and forest. The Midlands of South Carolina, the region with the capital Columbia, is also called the Sandhills. This area features many lakes, rivers, and forests to explore throughout the state. I recommend Dreher Island State Park on Lake Murray. It spans 3 islands, has 348 acres, and provides access to 12 miles of Lake Murray's shoreline. The northwest corner of South Carolina, or the upstate, adds some more elevation and connects to the Appalachian Mountain Range, providing stunning landscapes and outdoor recreation opportunities for people who enjoy hiking, camping, and mountain activities. From boating on Lake Hartwell to hiking Caesar's Head, you can get into nature at the drop of a hat and can enjoy yourself outside for at least 9 months of the year. For more on the outdoors in the upstate, please check out my video on 20 things to do here. Now, I can't discount Florida's ability to put you in touch with nature. Florida is home to the Everglades, a vast wetland ecosystem that is unique in the world. If you're passionate about exploring diverse ecosystems and wildlife, Florida's Everglades might be a major draw. While both states are on the ocean, Florida has much more coastline with both the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. Florida features warmer waters for more of the year and options to see crystal blue waters that South Carolina just does not offer. My next difference in the two states is population density. If you're looking for more space and less crowding, South Carolina is your best choice. Many of Florida's major cities are much larger than South Carolina's. The Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Metro is over 6 million and larger than the total population of my state. The metro for Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Jacksonville, and Orlando areas are all larger than any metro areas in South Carolina. South Carolina offers most new residents a chance to have more space than their previous housing situation. Since I'm into housing, let's take a look at those prices as well. Average South Carolina home is selling for $368,600 according to Redfin right now. This compares to $404,200 for Florida. House prices are up 5% last year in Florida versus 2% in South Carolina on the average. Now, one caveat here is that these are statewide numbers and individual markets can vary wildly. Homes are also affected by property taxes, of course, and Florida's effective property tax rate of 0.87% is a considerable jump from South Carolina's 0.57 effective average rate. I feel like there's so much more to be said about these two states, but I don't want to make this video an hour long. If you want to know more, you can reach out and ask anytime. Ultimately, the decision between South Carolina and Florida boils down to your personal preferences and priorities. Whether it's cost of living, climate, job opportunities, or outdoor activities, both states have a lot to offer. Before making your move, carefully consider these factors and choose the state that best aligns with your lifestyle and goals. There you have it, folks. This is some of the biggest differences in South Carolina and Florida. If you've lived in both states, please leave us a comment and let people know what you love or hate about your experience living there. That'll help anyone else who's considering making a move. Remember, whether you're moving in 9 or 90 days, I'd love to hear from you and see how we can make your move a smooth one. Until then, I'm David Crum, and I'll see you next time.